Hello everyone, this is James from Jay's 3D Adventure. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Filamentive rPETg, which is the filament that I've been using to print my depot 3D printed parts in. And I think I've done enough printing now to be able to give the filament a good review. So let's crack on. Okay, so my review of the Filamentive rPETg is not going to have like scientific tests in for strength and layer adhesion and all that, but it's going to be more of a real life review where I've printed like the majority of 2 spools that were sent to me, so I can give like my review of how well it printed, how well it adhered to the bed and the different print surfaces I had to use, and then I can sort of give an overall opinion on the appearance of the filament once it's printed. So what I'll do is I'll just reposition the camera so we can have a look at the actual parts that I've printed with it. Okay, so as you can see, I've printed quite a lot of parts in the recycled PETg filament from Filamentive. And actually, if we have a look at the spools that I've been using, you can see that I've used quite a lot. Yeah, so these are currently on Filamentive's old spools because they've moved over to cardboard spools to go with their sort of recycled, so the whole recycled element of Filamentive. They now use cardboard spools. But obviously they've got to clear through the stock. So let me just, if I just zoom in on this, we can have a closer look. So this white PETg is actually, I would sort of describe this as I suppose a brilliant white, because it is a really white. It's got like almost a tint of blue in it, but it's white. And then just turn that off. And then over on the red, it is just a nice deep red. Both of these were 1 kilo spools. So I suppose if I had used just the red, it would have the printer would have used about 1 kilo. But I wanted another spool, and Filamentive were very kind to sponsor this series with this white spool of PETg. Purely because A, I'm printing a few mods, and B, I didn't want to run out. And if I want to do future upgrades, I'll at least have the same material. So yeah, so these are all the parts that I've printed for the D-bot. And I'll just refocus that. And I think having printed all of these parts in PETg, it allows me to better give this filament a good review, and it is a good review, I should say. It's printed really nicely. That's the first thing I would say. As for settings, I print on a heated bed at 60 degrees. The hot end temperature is around 225 to 230 degrees. Print speed 60 millimeters a second, no problem. Now these parts, to be strong parts, are 5 perimeters, 4 top and bottom layers, and 33% infill. And they have come out really strong, brilliant layer adhesion. Really happy with it. So the thing that I think most people will probably find with PETg is the bed adhesion problem. Now, I initially tried it on build tack, and it warped. I then tried my favourite bed surface, which is just blue tape, and initially I was using some own brand B&Q blue tape, and it worked absolutely brilliantly. Little bit of a glue stick on there as well, but excellent adhesion, no problem. That, however, then ran out, and I had to buy some more blue tape, and I bought some of this, and let me just focus on that. So here we have some Scotch blue painter's tape, advanced edge lock. No good for 3D printing, I'm afraid, or it's not for PETg anyway. The tape is thinner than the other tape I was using, and it just doesn't have like the texture that the other blue tape had. And the problem I had with this is that the blue tape wouldn't stay stuck down. So perhaps the part was not coming off the blue tape as such, but the tape wasn't sticking to one of my DIY flexible build plates. So that was then causing the part to warp because it couldn't hold it down. I then decided to try something else. So if I just grab my DIY flexible build plate, I ended up using Kapton tape and glue stick. And apart from here, you can see there's a couple of holes. That was actually me with a blade trying to sort of free the parts off. So it's not that it's stuck and pulled it off, but it's stuck really well. You can just see sort of the outline of some of the parts there, and they are parts from the cable chain. So they're actually quite small parts. Let me just see if I can focus in on these a bit. So you can see that the surface is quite small, so you would have perhaps bed adhesion problems with those anyway, but they stuck to the Kapton tape incredibly well. I'm really happy with how that came out. So yeah, I would say if you're having problems with PETg, or this particular PETg sticking to a bed, then a good or a blue tape that's got a bit of texture to it and glue stick, or Kapton tape with glue stick seems to work absolutely fine. So let's have a closer look at some of the parts. And like I said, I'm not going to be able to give these parts like a strength test to tell you how strong they are and anything like that, but aesthetically the parts have come out really nice. They've got a bit of a glossy shine to them. The white parts have come out, like I said, really white, really not a crisp white. And generally I'm really happy with the filament. So my advice would be, if you do buy some of this, which I think you should, and I believe Filamentive currently have a sale on to get 20% off. Although if that has ended, you are more than welcome to use code JAYS153D, and I'll put that in the description, to get 15% off your order. And I am certainly recommending Filamentive filament. I've got some other Filamentive stuff that I bought a while ago, and once the D-bot is built, I will be printing with that. I think that I like the filament because of a couple of reasons. One, it's recycled. Obviously there's a big thing on at the moment with 3D printing filament about the master spool idea from Richard, which is brilliant. Like I said, Filamentive have gone over to cardboard spools, and it's all about making this hobby, this thing that we like to do, a little bit more environmentally friendly, because obviously this is a lot of plastic, and if I had printed this and it failed like towards the top, that would have been a lot of wasted plastic. So everything we can do to help that would be is really good. And like I said, Filamentive is recycled. All that, I think their PLA is recycled. So really cool from them. So yeah, I think that's about it really. That's all I can say. I'm really happy with it. It's printed really well. If you have any questions about filament, please put them in the comment section and I will get back to you. But other than that, there's nothing more to say. Go and check it out. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And then till next time, keep on printing. Thanks.